salary increment of 7 to 10%. However, the salaries of President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua will not be reviewed. This is according to SRC Chairperson Lynne Mengich, who has today announced the scrapping of various allowances, including retreat and sitting allowances for institutional internal committees. In the latest allocations by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, the teaching fraternity are the biggest winners after being allocated 44% of the 21.7 billion shillings given to the commission, amounting to 9.5 billion shillings.
As Kenyans continue to grapple with the high cost of living amid skyrocketing prices of common commodities, state officers including legislators are set to smile all the way to the bank after the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, led by its chairperson, announced salary increment for state officers.
The average increase is 7 to 10% over a 2-year period, inclusive of the existing notch increase, which averages 3% annually.
With their juniors getting a 7 to 10% salary increment, President William Ruto and his deputy will have their salaries remaining constant.
So there is a review for state officers as well. The president and the deputy president, their salaries have been retained from where they were previously.
In this financial year, the Commission received an allocation of 21.7 billion from the Treasury, with the funds distributed across different government entities. The teaching service was allocated over 9.5 billion shillings, attributing to 44.2% of the 21.7 billion. The disciplined forces also got a lion's share, being allocated 4.5 billion shillings, which is 20.9% of the total amount allocated to SRC. County governments were allocated at least 4 billion shillings, translating to 18.8%. The civil service was allocated 1.8 billion shillings, translating to 8.5%. County state officers also got 408 million shillings, attributing to 1.9% of the 21.7 billion. Executive state officers were allocated 126 million shillings, that translating to 0.6% of the 21.7 billion allocated to SRC. As the officers get salary increments, the Commission has however scrapped various allowances, with the state officers having their daily subsistence allowance for local travels adjusted.
Retreat allowance. Payment of retreat allowance in addition to the basic salary amounts to double compensation and consequently ceases to be payable. Daily subsistence allowance for local travel has been standardized across the country for the respective grades.
Mengich also expressed concerns over the low rate of wage bill compared to the nominal GDP, it being below the benchmark of 7.5%.
So the ratio of wage bill to GDP has declined from 8.4% in financial year 2017-18 to 7.53 and projected to continue reducing. It is projected to 7.9, as I alluded to it earlier, so against a target of 7.5 for developing countries.
While addressing the media in the capital, Nairobi, Mengich noted that the huge amount of requests of salary increments to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, while reiterating the Commission's mandate in ensuring the wage bill does not surpass the GDP.
So in total, just for those 3 years, the Commission received requests worth 98.8 billion and only approved 12.9 billion. So that goes to demonstrate how the Commission is continuously ensuring that the wage bill is not outpacing the revenue of GDP growth by continuously applying the principle of fiscal sustainability.
Ian Keitani, Look Up TV.
Now, a fuel truck